I think we work for a fitness company because I've got my kit on to serve you, because we're all about trying to help people with their success, career success. As you know, I'm a strong advocate of holistic approaches to success, body and mind, get those sort of and it's much easier then to achieve career success through all the strategies that we know we're supposed to do that we often don't. Too tired, can't be bothered, procrastinate. But weirdly, once you sort out your physical body and your nutrition, your mind seems to obey you better, and then you tend to be more of a machine, and you can then get things done. Hence, I always use language to get it done. Right, so we're going to talk about women's careers, specifically women in apprenticeships. I'm speaking on Thursday at an event in Coventry about women in apprenticeships, which is weird really, because normally you talk about apprenticeships or you speak about women, but Lindsay McCurdy, who's got the Apprenticeships for England Forum, has put together a conference which is specifically celebrating women in apprenticeships, and she's asked me and a number of other women to speak. I'm speaking for about 15 minutes. She's given me a pretty loose remit actually as to what to talk about, and so what I'm going to talk about is careers generally, and my favourite subject, which is all the different strategies of success. And obviously someone does an apprenticeship so that they can progress in their career, progress in their learning, and also progress in their self-development. And I always believe that in order to get the best out of yourself, you have to look at all aspects. And that's all aspects, including your body, your mind, your finances, your relationships, your mindset, as well as the strategies of your careers. So we'll probably have a bit of fun at that conference and talk to a lot of the women. I'm always being asked about bodybuilding and gym and how do I do this and how do I get so much done. So yeah, have a bit of fun, try and inspire some people. So yeah, as a girl looking for your first job, as a woman mid-career, making sense of the world of work, considering what your next step is, always be holistic, look at all of the jobs, don't narrow it down by sort of cutting off opportunities for yourself. And indeed, if you want to go into a traditionally male career, then such as engineering, think about the benefits of being a woman.
The thing is for me, being a woman in business in a state agency, more than anything, is personable, emotions, creating rapport with people. For a man, it's a bit more of having a macho, having something to prove. For a woman, it's just, that's what we do. We're motherly creatures. We want to mother people and look after people. But I think, like you say, the stereotype in this day and age is, oh my gosh, women can't be in charge, women can't be in business. Well, look, most of the successful people are. Look at Angela. She's in business, she's running the company, and she's a woman. And I just think it comes down to being personable, having the right attitude and having your head screwed on right.
It's important for women to be in business because it brings a fresh set of new ideas, and it also gives a sense of women to have that sense of pride and power that they can do things instead of being as stereotypical stay-at-home mum, stuff like that. They actually learn a business, they own businesses, and they encourage younger women in order to do that as well.
In regards to apprenticeships, I do think that schools could introduce that more, because when I finished school, I originally wanted to do an apprenticeship before I started college, but I didn't know where to look or how to find one, and I think they are really effective, and I would recommend apprenticeship to a lot of people, depending on what you want to do.
It wasn't just a business admin apprenticeship. I was involved in sales, I was involved in auditing, I was involved in kind of like the facilities management of the office.
My family is very different. Women have not really worked, so it's always been housewife and men work. I didn't want to do that. I've known since I was at school that I just didn't want to do that. I like being independent, so it was for me more of an independence thing. It sort of pushed me more, because that's when I got my first job, and that was just for money. And then my friend was really helpful, pushing me. Went to Middleton, and now I have a career 3 years later, and I think, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I've now got not only a job, I've got a career. I feel like I've got a future. I've done really well for myself lately. I've been on a roll really. I've won an award, passed about 4 of my exams. So yeah, it's brilliant. I just think you can do anything you put your mind to do. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, whether you're male or female. If you want to do something that badly and you push yourself, then you can do it.
I think that's completely correct. I'm not a girly girl, you know. I've got my heels on and my dress on today because that's what I've got to wear, you know. And when I'm in business, I dress because I mean business. So you look the part, you act the part. But completely, I was playing football. I was tumbling on the floor. I was wrestling. I was, you know, very boisterous. But that, you don't need to be like that to be successful. I think the 3-pointers I would give at a young age. I mean, for me, I'm 19 and I'm in the first few, you know, part of my career, and I see myself doing this and progressing over the next 10 years. But for me, my 3-pointers would be, don't worry about what other people think. The other thing I'd say is who you surround yourself with, and I've learned this as an individual. I've not always had my head screwed on right. I wasn't focused, wasn't motivated, didn't want to do anything. And I think the last thing I'd say with regards to advice for young people is just do it. Give it a risk. As I say, I'm an estate agent now. I grew up in a council house and a council estate. I didn't even know what a mortgage was. I walked into a estate agency and I was like, what is a mortgage? I don't know. My mum and dad pay rent. And I worked with a lady called Samantha who taught me everything I know. And now it makes me just want to help more people. You know, you don't have to know everything to be able to do it. It's a case of just being open-minded, and I'd say coachable. Be coachable, be open to new ideas. My God, I was in the most uncomfortable position when I started, but because I wanted to learn, because I was coachable, because I wanted to get somewhere and not be like the other children I grew up around.
In order for something to become the norm, you've got to keep talking about it and get women more recognised within their fields. When she first started Middleton, it was just a recruitment agency, and she's actually built and grown that now to become a training provider, recognised training provider. She's a really good advocate in terms of women, in terms of their rights, as well as their fitness, you know, making sure that they are mentally and physically at their peak of where they should be or want to be.
It was really good when I was at Middleton. It was the training. It made my confidence so much better. I couldn't tell you how much better I was. It is difficult and it is hard work, but Middleton have great support, and I'd say push yourself, go for what you want to go for. Don't look at the money, it's not always about the money. You'd rather do something you're happy in. Obviously it is a good thing, you do need to think about your money, but you can create your own business from anything. Even if you go and work for someone else and the money's not great for the industry you're in, you can then go and make your own business in that industry, and then you'll be on a lot better money. So I'd just say do what you want, don't always look at the money.
My advice to young women entering the workplace would be to keep committed, stay composed and push the boundaries.
One of the most important things for me is to also try and be an advocate for women as well. I've got 2 nieces and I want them to grow up and become, you know, whatever they want to do, but I want them to be a manager, a head of a department, you know, own their own businesses. You know, I want them to get as much out of life as they possibly can and get all the opportunities that they can get.
Again, I always recommend people to Middleton for going forward with apprenticeships, even if it is just like it was for me, a door opener. For me, it's opened the door and said, this is a path, choose it or lose it. That's what I've done. I've taken it and I've run with it.